Hey, what up, Tmnt? I'm Chris from Ross, and today I'm gonna bring you a review from Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles from Neca. This is gonna be the knockoff or KO. Unfortunately, I didn't have the opportunity to get the original ones when they came out. Sadly, I was not collecting at that time. I was doing something else, like going out in a party and everything. So as soon as I knew about the existence of these guys, I wanted them so much, and I never get my hands on them. But then I know that there were KOs of them, and I did some research, checked some reviews, a lot of good comments about them, and they're just amazing figures. But yeah, as you can see, they come like an individual packaging cylinders. They all are the same, but if you like to display your figures on a package, this guys looks awesome like this. There's the original figures. They come in and this is a 4-pack, but I think with this you can display them pretty nice if you want to have them on package. But yeah, they're pretty nice figures, man. Let me take it out from the packaging so you can check it out. So here we have the turtles out of the packaging, and they're looking pretty cool, as you can see. No problem with that. If you see it on display, you will not notice if they are the KOs unless you turn it, and you already know that the original one has a different color shelf. But they are looking just amazing. Just check out this guy, a real chain. It's pretty nice on the nunchucks. I really dig that they include that real nunchuck action in there. It's pretty cool. The faces are all different as well. Mikey was like smiling. Here's Leo, looking pretty sharp. Really intense look. Ralph almost the same, but a little bit modder. The eyes changed a little bit. He's more like mad, and you know, like always, the high temper one. So it looks pretty cool. And Donnie also looks pretty nice. The face is pretty, like, very calm face, very serious. The bow is pretty cool as well. Not a good paint-ups on the bow. You can fix it if you like, but it still looks pretty nice. And Ralph, the size, or I don't know how to pronounce, but they're pretty nice as well. Really nice paint, silver, and the handle is pretty nice. The only thing that I noticed is that like the original one comes with different hands. This one comes with an open hand, so you can grab the side like this. But a little bit of hot water, and you can squeeze it so you can hold it properly. No problem with that. They all also have the little tail in there. Turtle tail. And Leo, the swords are pretty nice. Also, you can take this thing here like the original one, so you can take it off his hand. And he's the only one that has this sheet in there, so you can put his swords in storage. On Mikey and Ralph, you can also somehow put it on the side of the belt, but it's kind of tricky to do. And Donnie, well, he's the one who's gonna stay without that. But they all are pretty nice. The only one that I had problem with is Leo. Had a defected peg here inside. That peg that you see inside there of the leg where you rotate. If you move it too much, it starts to pop out, and then the leg is a little bit loose, but still you can pose it, no problem with that. I mean, just for picky people, but I really don't care. I really like that face, man. The details are awesome. It's pretty nice. They're really solid figures, not loose. That's another thing about them. The articulation is a little bit stiff. We're gonna check the articulation, Donnie. And first of all, let's put it a little bit closer here. And for starters, we're gonna start with the head. It has a neck here. You can move it all the way down like this, all the way on the top, and it has a little bit of ball joint there, so he can look very top. This is pretty nice neck. You can also rotate the neck here 360 degrees, and the head here also you can rotate it 360 degrees, so you can also move it side to side. So that's a really nice movement. You can move the hand until here because of the articulation, but I think you don't need to move it that much. If you wish, you can cut it a little bit, but I don't recommend that. You can move it also like this, and as you can see, or here, they are pretty stiff. So you can move into here because of the shell. You can move it down, rotate on the bicep. If you get one of these sets and they're really stiff, I recommend to put a little bit of hot water and then try to move it so you don't break the figure. And on the arm, he has one articulation, but it's pretty nice as far as I can tell. You can also rotate the hand 360 degrees and also bend it. It's a little bit stiff as you can see. So yeah, pretty nice articulation on the arms. Some of them, if you move it a lot, you can make it a little bit loose, just not too much, so you don't get a loose figure. Here on the thigh, you can rotate it 360 degrees. On the legs, they have articulation on the legs. You can move side, back, front. They're like a T. This is a little bit rubber. I think on the original one is more rubbery. I'm gonna check that in a moment. And yeah, it has articulation like this. And back a little bit because of the shelf. You cannot move it too much back. On the knee, has double jointed knee, so that's a lot of movement there. That's pretty cool. The leg, here on the feet, you can move it all the way like this and all the way to the top, so that's a nice articulation. It has a little bit of pivot there. That's pretty nice. Little pegs in there. And also you have the tail. It's kind of hard to grab. The tail, you can also rotate it. It has rotation on the tail. You can move it 360 degrees, so that's pretty cool. And that's about articulation. Yes, I'm sorry, I forgot. It has waist articulation. Not too much because of the sculpted the shelf and this part here, the chest or front part, if you want to call it. So this is Donnie, and it's really awesome figure. I really recommend them. I mean, if you don't have the money for the original ones, because they're really freaking expensive right now, you can get these ones. This is a gift from my friend Dead Limbo. Diego, I don't know what the hell are you. I'm still doing some videos here, man, so I hope you're cool. And this is Donnie, the original black and white figure. And as you can see, they have a lot in common. Like I said before, this is a little bit rubbery. This is a little bit more stiff rubber, but still is rubber. But this is, you can move it more. One thing that I want to mention is that on the original one, you have an up crunch here. You can move it like this. And my friend Jasmine Esther too sent me a picture. I don't know if he had this guys or the one on the come in the 4-pack, but they don't have the articulation. But he unpeeled this part here, and it was cut in there. This one I don't see it. I think it's not in there. Yeah, it's not in there. but his has like the cut for the articulation, but it was not all the way to the front like this, or to the side. So yeah, that's the only difference between the original ones that I have seen. Quality wise, I mean, they feel pretty nice, really solid figures. Like I said before, they're not like swab bubbly or anything like that, loose. They're really stiff, and they're just amazing figures, man. Just a couple of things that are different from the original ones, but not too much to complain about. If you want to have a turtles to display, these guys are awesome. So it wasn't a dilemma to get the classics figures or the NECA ones. I saw the quality on the NECA ones, and man, I decided to go for the NECAs. I'm a big fan of the vintage figures and cartoon from the 80s or 90s in this case. And yeah, the figures of the classics, I don't know, man. Something it was not cool about them. I think just too much articulation in some parts that it didn't need it, but alright, maybe I can get it someday. I will try to get them maybe next year so I can have it just to complete my collection of the turtles. Someday I will show you all my collection of the turtles so you can check it out. And if you have doubts about Leo, that I have the original one, there you go. Thanks to my friend Diego, the Limbo, got this figure, and I have still these parts here. And if I take it like this, it looks like it's okay, but ta-da! I tried to fix it, but I didn't get anywhere. I was gonna break it more, so I just leave it like that. I still have these parts here. It broke from the actual peg from here inside of that goes inside of here, but it's too much risky to do it or damage it. I need more stuff to actually fix that figure. But what I'm going here is that this Leo, the KO, also had a problem on the leg and on the same leg. So I don't know what's going on there. Maybe it's a manufacturer problem with this figure that it gets broken from that leg. But this is a different story. It's just the back is loose, and that's about it. So let's put some figures to size comparisons. And here we have a Bebop from Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Classics. And as you can see, he's a little bit bigger than this turtle, and it's about the correct size. I mean, he doesn't have to be like super huge, but it does have to be a little bit bigger than the turtles. And this guy fits right on spot with these guys. And here we have Rocksteady. Looks a little bit taller because it's more thinner, but as you can see also is more taller. Looks pretty nice with these guys. Unfortunately, the classic turtles are more taller than this guy, so that kind of bums me out about those as well. That's why I haven't got those. But I got these figures because I really dig Bebop and Rocksteady, and I was planning to get the NECA turtles so I can display them with these guys. So yeah, they look pretty nice together on display. So I can't wait to get Shredder and Crank from the classics. Hope I can find those two. I think they're gonna be disappearing if I get the chance to see them on the stores. These guys, there are a lot of figures from these guys on all stores, even here on TJ. They still have them, a bunch of them on the same prices. But yeah, that's about it. And well, we're gonna end the video with this 4 awesome turtles. I mean, if I do recommend them, yes, I recommend them. They're awesome, all 4 of them. I had a little problem there with Leo. I fixed it, no problem with that. And the rest of them are pretty good. If you cannot display them, you can display it on your display from the new turtles, on the old turtles, on the new vehicles, on the old vehicles. They kind of look just awesome. And with the new figures, Bebop and Rocksteady, they look pretty cool on display. And I'm pretty sure with Shredder and Crank, they're gonna look absolutely awesome. And the turtles, the classic turtles, well, I don't know, man. I still have my doubts about them. I really love the 80s cartoon and the figures. I still have a lot of figures from the 80s. One day I will show you my collection. Hope I can have the time to display all of them. And as well with my new figures and the NECA turtles. But I hope I can get a couple of things more. I want to get the Technodrome to have all of that displayed, and I want to get the crank Android, the big one. I have the little one, but still missing the little crank. I can use the crank from the Nickelodeon. It fits pretty nice on it, though. I will show you that figure later on. And well, the Technodrome, that crank, and I think that's it. That's the only thing that I want to display with. And the classic turtles, but I don't know. Maybe I will get them. So yeah, these figures are just awesome. If you don't have the money to get the original ones, or if you think that that's too much to pay for a figure, like $300 for the 4 of them, you can get these guys. They're just solid figures. Don't worry about it. You're gonna love them. I think there are also the other ones that have like the collar bandanas. I have heard that they are pretty solid as well. But I want to get the comic look on them because, well, they're the comic look. And the new Nickelodeon figures, oh my god, they're terrible. I mean, I don't want to say it, but they are just ugly figures. The comic ones, don't buy them. And if you want to buy a comic figure and you don't have these guys, and you're thinking of buying the Nickelodeon, stay back from them and get these guys. All right, you're not gonna get disappointed. So yeah, this is gonna be Beers or Us, and out, baby. Laters.